sports? Do you like beer? Do you love sports and beer? Then you're exactly where you need to be. This is the Huebs Views and Brews show on 1252 Sports Chicago. Cheers.
How the heck are you on this Monday night? I hope you're doing well. And if you had the Bears and the points, you're doing well. If you had some of the bets I had, not so much. Welcome on in, Huebs Views and Brews. Fred Huebner, FatMike's going to join me in just a couple minutes right here on 1252. We are live from the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill 159 studios here in beautiful downtown Lockport, Illinois. And it's nice to be back. Didn't do a show last week. Here this week, I was going to be with Mike last Wednesday. We had some technical problems. We're hopefully all good today, and we will talk some Bears. We'll talk some NFL. We'll talk some Cubs and White Sox and World Cup. Oh, my God, we could be here for decades. No, we could be here for at least an hour and 10 or 15 minutes. So it'll be fun. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Bears lose again, but that's okay. You know, I've gotten to the point where they work their ass off. They play hard. They play well. Justin Fields does good. Injuries, just ridiculous. 3 penalties on the first 5 plays of the game, and then injuries right off the bat. Can't do that in the NFL. But they hang tough with one of the best teams in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, and they lose by 5. Questionable call at the end of the game with 2:53 left and deciding to onside kick. We'll talk about that with Mike and everything else about the game in just a little bit. We'll talk World Cup. Argentina is the World Cup champions. They've got the crown for the next 4 years. We'll discuss that. Some baseball, both the Sox and the Cubs, with some signings over the last couple of weeks. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. We got some beer stuff coming up in our final segment. And I just had a Delwood IPA from Nick and Ivy. It was very, very tasty. I also had some Whistle Pig. Thank you, Margie and Greco, from April. We still got it here. It's amazing we still have it here. And I've got a beer we're going to show you in just a second. Like I said, Michael joined us. And don't forget, 1252, we've got the hockey show on Tuesdays. We got Fat Mike on Wednesdays. We got Harry and his overs-unders on a Sunday morning. So lots of stuff to give you. I got a beer here I've never tasted. It's a brand new beer. It's from Pollyanna Brewing in Lemont and also in St. Charles and also in Roselle. I want to say they got 3 places now. And it's called the Head for the Chills. Okay, Head for the Chills. It is a winter IPA. I love IPAs. I love the hoppy. The hoppier, the better. So let's try this one out and let's taste it as we get ready. Ooh, it comes out with a nice kind of a darker amber color. So that's where the winter comes in. So winter IPA. I picked it up at Orange and Brew the other day. Saw Eric Schmidt from Orange and Brew, walked in there. Saw my guy Mike. I hope that's his name. I keep getting his name wrong. And we sat and talked for a while. But yeah, for the chills, let's see what tastes really quick. Oh my! This is one I can get drunk on. Really easy. Yes, as Mike comes on over. Head for the Chills, you get a chance. It's from Pollyanna and from the guys over at Orange and Brew, Eric Schmidt. Pollyanna does some great beers over at Lemont. And it's a great time for beer. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for a beer drinker, gift cards. All these places have gift cards. Skeleton Key, Orange and Brew, Pollyanna, Black Horizon, all of them have gift cards. Look how dark this is. I mean, look, nice. It's awesome. It's got a nice amber, even a darker amber. Orange
appeal in there.
It looks like it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's in it. I didn't even look. They don't tell you. They just want you to guess. But that's okay. with 6.7 alcohol by volume, which is pretty good for an IPA. And there it is. Head for the chills. I'm happy to have it. The guys at Orange and Brew are great. I got more to talk about with Orange and Brew in just a little bit. Mike joins me here. It's nice to have Mike in.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on his show on Wednesday.
Oh man.
This guy's been battling with a throat.
Laryngitis, like from hell. Laryngitis from hell. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I still don't have my voice back 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. Right.
You're drinking Fat Mike from Nick and Ivy. We got more Nick and Ivy beer, and that'll be in our last segment. We'll talk about that. But the Bears lose yesterday to Philadelphia. No one expected them to beat the Eagles. I don't think a lot of people expected them to hang tough with the Eagles.
No.
Okay? They lose 25-20.
Right.
And the one thing you got to say about Matt Eberflus, he's got these guys busting their ass and working hard.
Well, he also makes very good adjustments.
Yeah.
He really does. To where they're not like where the Bears aren't getting the break speed off of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he does. He keeps games within range of the possibility of winning. And that's something that we haven't seen. Usually before Eberflus came in here, when it was Matt Nagy or whether it was John Fox, or even Trestman.
Yeah.
When the Bears got beat, they got whipped.
Bad.
Like bad games.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of ugly losses. The Bears really haven't had an ugly loss all year.
One. I think one. I got it here.
Loss.
Let's see here.
It was
Cowboys,
yeah.
Yeah, 49-29. That was an ugly loss. Otherwise, 3 to the Dolphins, 1 to the Lions, 3 to the Falcons. Well, the Jets beat them bad.
Yeah.
What's the other one? And the Packers keep beating them.
Always.
But you know what? Yeah. Packers suck, which is good. Packers playing tonight. Don't care. Those teams that completely underachieved this year. What a piece of crap that game is.
Yeah, that game sucks.
There's no reason anybody's watching that game tonight.
I'm still here.
But you know what? In that game tonight, if they have a Manning cast, watch that. I think the Manning cast would be so much better if they didn't have guests. The guests ruined that whole thing. I saw Boomer Esiason this year. He was a great guest. But for the most part, the Manning casts are brutal when they have guests on. Sometimes they have bad connections and all the other stuff. But I love listening to those two guys. They know the game. I know that Peyton was really upset with the last game they did. He just couldn't believe how bad the play was. That's what happens. That's what happens when people said, why can't, Larry Bird, head coach in the NBA and stuff like that. Larry Bird couldn't figure out why guys couldn't play like he could.
Right. Same thing why Wayne Gretzky couldn't coach in the NHL.
Exactly.
Right. Because nobody's as good as Wayne Gretzky.
No.
Nobody's good as Larry Bird.
Does not work. They don't understand it. But
the funny thing is both those guys right now could put on their jersey and do exactly what they did.
Oh, sure.
25 years ago.
Sure
30 years ago. And still 19, 20, 25 years old. Can't do it like they can.
So the question I wanted to ask you, and I mentioned it in very early, is that Bears trailing by 5, 2:53 left. Bears decide to onside kick instead of boot the ball deep.
Yep.
What were your thoughts immediately when it happened?
I didn't like it.
I didn't either.
But at the same time, okay, like I know what.
They had one timeout left.
They had one this really quick. I get it. They should have booted it downfield. The Bears were in a winning situation where they could go out there and actually want to win the game, have the will to want to win the game.
You sound like Hawk Harrelson.
Yeah.
The will to win.
If they win that game, they go from 2-9.
Right.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see the Bears go from a draft position of 2-9 because that draft position at number 2.
You draft guys are killing me.
I'm serious though. It's the same exact thing. We mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
I know.
If the Bears land the number 2 pick, yeah, that kid Will Anderson out of Alabama, that big defensive edge rusher. Sure.
Coming out of the draft. So things don't always sometimes stopping me and Mike right now.
But
sorry, you're watching.
It's one of those things where it's to win the game. Said about it. I look back at it now, I'm okay with it. The thing that bothered me the most, though, was the punt at the 30.
And I don't always give Fox or anything. They did a job because the wind was bad, and they showed Kyle would have been a 48-yard. It's not going into this wind on that side of the field, and that's I understand that. So I didn't. As soon as they showed that,
at least try. Kind of rough the last couple of weeks, and I understand.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk. I mean, he's a guy that has now missed 3 extra points in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like, I take notes. I take the whole thing. And he's been brutal. He's missed a kick in 4 of the last 5 games.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Extra points. Also, he missed one against Detroit, and he missed one against Green Bay. You can't miss extra points. I mean, I know they moved. Well, people are missing them. He's not the only one. A lot of people do miss these things nowadays. But that was interesting. The onside kick with 2:53 left. That was a long time. You give your defense an opportunity to stop someone. But you did lose Jack Sanborn early because of an ankle injury. So that makes it difficult. And you did Morrow played well. He led the team in tackles, I think, with 11 tackles. That's one thing. The other thing I had, and if you're watching the game, if you watch the game at all, I'm sitting on my couch yelling because Jaquan Brisker comes in on a blitz and he hits the gap where there's already a guy, and he doesn't hit the gap he's supposed to hit. And because of that, Jalen Hurts literally walks into the end zone.
Untouched.
I mean, Daryl Moose Johnston and Joe Davis just say, you don't usually walk into the end zone, but on this one, he basically did. Yeah. Now, here's what Jaquan Brisker said after the game. Kid, you're a rookie, and own it up. Listen what he says. He said, I just missed an assignment for me. He goes, just trying to make a play for the team. I knew we were in zero defense, but I told DeAndre Houston Carson to take the tight end. I didn't locate the tight end. Wherever the tight end is, I've got to go to the opposite side. I went in the wrong gap. I'm really doing stuff dipping on. I know who I am. Right now, you're a guy that missed a freaking assignment, and a guy walked in and went maybe again.
The Bears are doing what they can on the defensive side of the ball.
They're learning.
I mean,
they're learning.
They're
all learning.
Young. And that's there. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon, both those guys, super young. You're
Gordon had a great game. Gordon was all over the place.
You're putting a lot of pressure on those kids right now to become. Everybody is.
Let me ask you a question: are they getting paid?
Yeah, they're getting paid.
They're playing in the NFL.
Yes, they are getting
something
paid.
They've dreamt about.
But there's something that exactly, but something that's I mean, it's legit. There's a lot of pressure on these kids to succeed in the monsters of the midway mentality, and I get it. Yes, if we had other guys, if we had a supporting cast,
if you had a defensive line that could put pressure on the quarterback,
exactly. If you had a supporting cast around these guys, yes, you would hold them to a higher standard. But as you're looking at it, like right now, there's nobody on that side of the football that can stop a nosebleed.
No.
Okay?
No.
So just give them time, let them do their thing. But I will say this about the Bears defense yesterday. Through the first half, they looked pretty decent.
Yeah, they did.
All right. And I will say this. The Bears defense did look a lot better. And I'm happy with the front four in the first half. After that, it all went right downhill. The front four creating chaos, forcing Hurts into 2 interceptions early was huge. And it was actually really nice to see. And it was, where's this been all year long?
Yeah.
They were putting bodies on. They were guesses. The mic was excellent yesterday. Yeah. The spy was excellent yesterday. It was a good thing to see out of the Bears yesterday. It was like, oh, where's this defense?
They won the turnover battle 3-1, and they still lose the game. A lot of times in the NFL, and Lovie Smith, when he was here coaching the Bears, you win the turnover battle, the odds are you win the game. Not yesterday. Bears had 2 interceptions. They recovered a fumble, and that was good. Our guy Velus Jones fumbled again. Yeah. Now, you're a third-round pick. You know what I would do? I would just tell you to go sit on the sideline. We'll see you in camp next year.
Yeah.
Because you're a third-round pick. We don't want to give you away yet. You got to prove you can hold on to the freaking ball.
useless.
And he said after the game, I try to gain more yards. I try to do this. Don't try to do shit. Just hold on to the damn ball. That's the biggest thing that he's not been able to do is hold on to the ball. He's got speed. They know that they've given him opportunities. It's not quite working. We've gone, let's see, we've gone 16 minutes. We've not mentioned Justin Fields.
Right. And he had a good game.
Justin Fields is like, you Bears fans, you've been waiting for a quarterback that can play in this year in this kind of NFL. You've got one.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Justin Fields is a guy that run. He got away from a couple tacklers, ran down the left side, stepped out of bounds on like the 9, but that's your guy. Now I'm a little concerned that he runs too much, and David Montgomery did not carry the ball as much as he should have yesterday.
Still a good game.
Okay game. A lot of people are criticizing Montgomery. It's not his fault he's not getting the ball as much. It's they're calling plays for Justin Fields to run the ball. But here's Fields' stats yesterday, okay? 14 for 21, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. He threw a touchdown to David Montgomery. Also, he hits Pringle on a great play because you would have thought he was going to run the ball. Pringle's open on the right side. He finds him for a touchdown. That was great. Sacked 6 times. And in some of the other games recently. Right. Quarterback 119, really good. 15 rushes, 95 yards. And with that, he sets a franchise record for rushing for a quarterback. Also, I didn't know this one. The third quarterback in the NFL to rush for 1,000 yards. I would have thought there were more with Michael Vick and Lamar, all these guys.
That's it. You just named the list.
Those guys. That's it. Those three.
That's the list.
You would have thought it was more. But he's such a good quarterback. You're going to have him all year long next year for years. He's keep going ahead. I see you. The trick going on. He said the Bears selected Justin Fields, and Mike's going, I was
pissed.
Fuck! We don't need Justin Fields. He's going on and on and on. There's more needs for the team, and you're right there.
Right.
But there's no one to protect them. This, and you're right about that.
And it's not the fact that I'll live up to it. I've copped up to it over the last year. I was not happy with the Justin Fields pick initially.
No.
Because at that specific moment, we saw every offensive lineman flying off the board.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, after Justin Fields was picked, I mean, all the guys that I wanted that could secure down an offensive line were gone besides Tevin Jenkins.
Right.
And luckily, Tevin Jenkins fell to us after we traded up to grab him again.
Right.
All right. But it was I'm glad now that I'm really happy with Justin Fields. It was never a knock against Justin Fields. It was a knock that the Bears, again, were drafting a quarterback and drafting a position that they didn't hypothetically need at that specific moment, and at that specific moment wasn't going to make an immediate impact.
Right.
That's why I was upset.
It wasn't watching you. You were quite upset.
It's going to take time. But this being said, you mentioned it just a little bit ago. Justin Fields is one of 3 quarterbacks. He's in the top 3, 1,000 yards.
And think about it. It's 1,000 yards week 14. He's missed a week or 2.
Yep.
It's not like he's been there every week.
So he actually has a chance. Oof, excuse me. I can't drink beer no more. He actually has a chance to break Lamar Jackson's NFL season.
What's the record?
1,206 yards.
Oh, there's in 3 games left.
He's got a chance.
Oh yeah, I don't think there'll be any problem with that.
He should have no problem.
Let me hit you with a couple other things that I got written here. David Montgomery with 12 carries, 53 yards. He needs more than 12 carries.
How many catches did he have?
He had 3 for 38
and a touchdown.
And I love the way he plays, but there's a good chance he's not here next year.
Right.
He's going to want more money. He's at a point where he gets a new contract. Injuries. Tevin Jenkins, a neck injury. They carted him off the field. It took forever. I'm sorry, Tevin. Equinemius Brown. He gets hurt first play of the game, I think it was. Second play of the game. So the number 1 receiver, that's right. He was the number 1 receiver for the Bears at that point. He gets a concussion. And then Jack Sanborn, who's been their guy. He's been the guy that's filled in for Roquan Smith. 5 tackles. He goes out with an ankle injury. I mentioned Velus Jones. We don't need to mention him again.
No.
Ever. Alex Leatherwood gets a chance at the right tackle position. You almost threw up right there. Yeah, you did. And, he's a big guy. He's from Alabama. He can't be as bad as he looked yesterday against Hassan Reddick.
I don't know.
Hassan Reddick was running around him all game long. Give him a chance. He's a big guy. He's a good player.
You got to, literally, you can give him a chance, but give him a chance with a backup to where he's not going to kill Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That's
6 sacks. Again, 6 sacks yesterday.
Alex Leatherwood was
at least 2 or 3 of them were past Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood was a saloon door yesterday. He couldn't stop anything.
Speaking of a saloon door,
we're
going to be at the Stagecoach.
Yes.
And we're both going to be there on New Year's Day. After you party your ass off on New Year's Eve, come on over to the Stagecoach. They got awesome food. We're going to be there for a pre and a half and a post-game show.
And that is against the Lions, January 8th.
First.
January 1st. Yeah, January
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Right.
Yeah, January 1st, we are at Stagecoach. Going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Great food, great booze, great scenery.
Yeah.
Great scenery. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna see all the girls in the little old school saloon outfits.
They're great. And the food's great. I love the food at Stagecoach. Stagecoach is an awesome place right there on downtown Lockport. Awesome place right next to Nick and Ivy.
I think it's 1024 South State Street.
Okay. We'll have a great time. It'll be so much fun. That's on New Year's Day, January 1st. A couple other things real quick. Fields, the only quarterback this year with multiple touchdown passes and no interceptions against the Eagles.
Yeah.
So that's
also the highest QBR against the Eagles this year.
Yep. Joe Davis. I mentioned a couple times.
Namath.
Not Joe Namath. Joe Davis.
Oh, okay.
Joe Davis, the announcer yesterday for Fox. I had mentioned earlier in the week on Twitter, people announced who the announcers are going to be, and I said, I've had just about enough of Joe Davis. He said, Jalen Johnson's playing well. He said, no one talks about Jalen Johnson being one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. And I'm sitting there on the couch going, yeah, because he's not. And then later on, A.J. Brown catches the pass down the right side. And Jalen Johnson's playing better. He's getting healthier. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for the Bears. That's awesome. Eberflus upset with also for not finding the right gap, which I had a bunch of NFL stuff. We're going to get to that after we do some sponsors. We got amazing sponsors. And because of that, because of the guys over at the Whistle Sports Bar 159, which we'll be at for the year, January 8th. That's January 8th. We'll be there at the Whistle. And that's why we're here. We're here in the lovely studios here in downtown Lockport. Let's get back. We'll talk about the NFL. A crazy week in the NFL. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some baseball. We'll get the beer and stuff like that. Oh, he loves his baseball. So do I. We'll talk about that. Huebs Views Brews, Fred, Mike, here on 1252 Sports.
Hello, this is Paul from Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. We are located at 1026 South State Street in historic downtown Lockport, Illinois. We are very excited to be partnering up with the FatMike ChicagoSports show, as well as the 1252 brand, because we are one of the few Chicagoland breweries that embrace sports and sports culture. Come in for a fresh brewed beer made right here in Lockport while catching the game of your favorite team. Stay for the live music that we have booked every weekend, or just come for a cozy atmosphere to enjoy a good conversation with a friend, loved one, or complete stranger. Nick and Ivy makes you feel right at home no matter what the occasion is. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Visit our website for our up-to-date tap list or to go shopping on our online store at nickivybrewing.com. That's NIKIVY brewing.com. Come in today for a fresh brewed beer born and raised in Lockport, Illinois.
Stagecoach in Lockport has a unique menu from fresh salads and burgers to venison and steak sandwiches. We feature plenty of appetizers and desserts for a perfect way to start or end your meal. Come into our country western bar and dining room or relax outside on our patio sitting in the heart of downtown Lockport on State Street. We can accommodate both small gatherings and large parties. Offering 16 different beers on tap, frozen margaritas, an extensive bourbon and whiskey menu, and our famous Bloody Marys. You cannot go wrong at Stagecoach. And if you're feeling lucky, come try DJ Bingo on Tuesdays or our Big Pay slot machines all week. Stagecoach is located at 1028 South State Street in Lockport, Illinois. Everyone is a friend at Stagecoach. Hope to see y'all soon.
Fuzzy football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball, or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Fuzzy football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Then I took the belt off my neck and I went home.
I'll bet. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
There you go.
Sense, right?
Fuzzy ball, unbelievable. If you've not played Fuzzy football, it's a great time, great game. I think we're going to have it. I got some people coming over for Wild Card Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're going to play Fuzzy football. Bring a Fuzzy football game. We'll have fun.
Yeah.
We'll have fun playing Fuzzy football. It'll be a lot of fun because there's wild card games, 3 of them on Saturday. I think it's the 14th or 15th of January, whatever that Saturday
I'm
is.
bringing Fuzzy football. I'm bringing meatballs, pajama pants, and slippers.
There you go. That's all you need.
That's all I need.
It's all right now. I have a basement and concrete floor, so you might want slippers.
Sleeping bag.
Well, you can have that too. That's fine.
Yeah.
Not a problem. As long as Charlotte, one of the dogs, doesn't come down. She likes to poop in the basement.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know you're a guy that picks up poop on that. So NFL was weird this week because there were 3 games on Saturday. Okay, there's more games this Saturday. The Bears play Saturday against Buffalo. Yeah. There could be a tough snow at Soldier Field. It could be 12, 14 inches. It's like just follow flow to go. Yeah. Okay, wherever Buffalo goes, there was supposed to be more in the Buffalo and Miami game the other day. Not so much snow. Second half snowed a little bit. The Vikings played on Saturday. First game on Saturday. Vikings down to the Colts, 33-0 at halftime. And Linda, my girlfriend, says, "You want to watch the second half?" I said, "No, not at all. I'm leaving." I didn't find out till like the next day that the Vikings had the biggest comeback in NFL history. You did for a reason.
It was awesome, man. I mean, I had a great day on Saturday. That was honestly one of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life. I got off of work on Saturday.
Yep.
I go to my mom and dad's house. I stopped up here to make sure everything was still here.
Right.
And like I said, I haven't been up here because of the laryngitis, So I stopped over by my mom and dad's. My dad's, I'm like, "You watching the games?" Like, "This game sucks. I'm turning it off."
Yeah, 33-0
My
halftime.
dad's like, "I'm going to turn on Big Jake. He's going to watch a John Wayne movie instead of the game."
Hey, you know what?
Fine. I get it. Cool. Dude,
okay.
Go do your thing, Duke. You know what I mean? So I hopped in the car. I hit it on the radio, and it's like, okay. And the Vikings are starting to mount a little bit of a comeback. And my dad gives me a call. He's like, "You watch this game?" I'm like, "I told you they might come back."
Yeah.
And I got home just in time. They were down still by 20 points. I turned them on, and I was like, "They're going to win this game." And it was unbelievable. And the only reason I was watching the game is because I had an invested interest because I had Justin Jefferson on my fantasy team. Thank you, JJ. And I also had Kirk Cousins. Thank you, Kirk. All right.
I have Kirk on one of my teams, yeah.
But it was unbelievable. And I'm going to say this right now. I know I said it on Facebook the other day. There is no question, Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the NFL today. It's without a doubt.
Today. Okay.
Right now. He is
not Velus Jones.
Velus, get the fuck out of here.
Not Equanimous St. Brown or whatever his name is.
Justin Jefferson, and he torched him. He torched Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
That entire second half.
Yeah.
And now, guys, just so you know, Stephon Gilmore is no slouch.
No, one of the better.
He's one of the better cornerbacks in today's NFL.
Yep.
And Justin Jefferson made him look like a pud
Yep.
like the entire second half. It was awesome. Fucking awesome. It was
So
awesome.
the Vikings are the NFC North champions. Okay. So they win that. They win the division.
Yep.
The Cowboys had a 27-10 lead over Jacksonville. Now, Jacksonville's been playing better, but come on. Jacksonville comes back, wins in overtime in that game.
Yeah.
The other game.
Let's give some credit to where it's due here.
Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Talk more about Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson. That seems to be a thing right now. It seems a lot better than Urban Meyer down there. And Doug Peterson, as we know, quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
All right. Has Trevor Lawrence playing
That's great.
really good football. 4 touchdowns out of Trevor Lawrence in that second half the other day. Give credit to where it's due. Trevor Lawrence, great work.
Listen,
it was the first time I seen Trevor Lawrence actually do it.
They're 6-8. They're a game behind Tennessee in the AFC South right now. Okay. And we'll look at the standings in a second, some of the wild card teams and all that stuff. And Joe, this is for you. There are 3 wild cards in each AFC, NFC. I screwed up a couple weeks ago. You made sure you told me when we watched the World Cup game. That was you, Joe, over at Nick and Ivy. The other game is the Bucks and the Bengals. The Bucks had a 17-0 lead.
Passing of the torch game.
Yeah, I think so. All of it, it's Joe Burrow. Forget Tom Brady. The Bucks made every mistake you could make. Fumbles, interceptions, penalties, drop balls. It was crazy how bad that was.
And we know, listen, our guys down there in Tampa, Harry the Greek, but also our guy Peter Blake, and Ray Kennedy.
Yep.
Those guys down there, they're doing
great job on Sunday mornings. Yeah,
they do great job. Peter is ready to yank out every fucking strand of his hair. He loves the Tampa Bay Bucks. And Pete, we love you up here. I feel so bad for this guy.
Yeah.
Every week it's like, how can the Buccaneers lose this week?
Yeah.
It's almost like the Cubs of like the mid 2000s.
Oh, sure.
Where it's like, how are the Cubs going to lose this game 9-1?
Yep.
All right. And it's like somehow miraculously they pull it off. That's the way the Bucks are playing right now, and I feel bad.
The Bucks right now lead the South in the NFC, and I said we'll look at the standings in a minute. 6-8 over Carolina, who's 5-9. And maybe you just take the top 7 teams in each group, in each division. I don't know. Maybe not, or in each conference.
Right.
That might be a good thing, but, this is probably just a one-time thing.
There's going to be at least 2 teams in this year's playoffs
that
finish under 500.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
It reminds me way back, again, baseball. Remember when San Diego made it? When they were, 79-83 or some shit like that? And they ended up winning in the first round? Like, what the hell is that?
That's what happens. Now, the last game I want to talk about is, when I see the Raiders and the Patriots, it means I don't want to watch the game. The game's tied with no time left on the clock. And the Patriots, for some stupid reason, instead of going to overtime, decide to throw the ball backwards, throw it backwards again, the touchdown to win the game. Now, it's great to see Bill Belichick lose that way. Because if I'm Bill Belichick, that guy that threw that ball is gone.
Jacoby Myers.
You're out of here. You're done.
Jacoby Myers.
Gone.
Yeah, I think so too.
At least for a week, if nothing else. I don't want to see you on the premises. I don't want to see you because you remind me of what happened. The Patriots right now are 7-7. That game yesterday, maybe they get a win. Maybe they go to overtime, get a victory. They would have been 8-6. Okay, right now, Miami's 8-6. Chasing Buffalo. Buffalo's got a 3-game lead on them.
It could have been a big win.
Yeah.
Could have been a really big win for the Patriots.
Yeah.
And they let it shit to bed. And it's the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game.
There's no time left. There's no time left.
It's a tie game.
They're going to overtime. It's the last play of the game.
Yeah. What are you doing?
It was so ridiculous.
I had it on. I literally had it on.
Did you really?
I'm like, it's the what we just said now.
Yeah.
I was dumbfounded. I was like, what? It's the fourth quarter.
I had to show it to Linda today. We're watching a lot of the highlights on YouTube. I said, you got to see this highlight. And she's watching. She sees the guy throw the ball back the first time. And then she sees the second one. She goes, "Oh my God!" And we just sat there and laughed.
Not only did they throw it back, do you know who they threw it back to?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Mac Jones.
Yes.
They threw it to Mac Jones.
Towards Mac Jones, yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like he's going to run 80 yards for a touchdown?
Right. It's not happening. And he's not going to tackle anybody.
No.
And he didn't do that.
So the stiff arm that he got put on him, though.
Oh, my God.
That was pretty sweet. It was like a grown-ass man's stiff arming an infant.
The NFL is so weird this year. It's so bizarre, so wild. I had a couple of I lost a five-leg parlay because one of the guys, I'm trying to remember which game it was, one of the guys caught 2 passes instead of 4. And it was like, okay, I got all other 4 things. Got them all. And yes, in the Chiefs game, I had McKinnon scoring a touchdown. He scores one to win the game.
He had a nice game yesterday.
And I had Mahomes scoring. He scored on a run. I have Mahomes throwing 3 touchdown passes. He threw 2. So, I mean, little stuff. But you know what? I'm a cheap gambler. $3, $5, maybe 7, whatever. But it's fun. Keeps you up to date.
What does Harry say? Keep your bets low and your returns high.
Yeah, well, I do that. My returns are high when I win,
right,
which is like 4 times a season.
There you go.
Not nearly enough. Okay, baseball. Before we get to the Sox and the Cubs, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Mike and I have been sitting here salivating over the World Baseball Classic.
Yes.
Because it's going to be down in Florida. The USA team, the Dominican Republic team, the Puerto Rican team, Mexico, all these teams, Venezuela. It's going to be so much fun. But the World Cup just ended, and this is awesome because years ago they said, what if there was a World Cup in baseball? And I've got a magazine or a newspaper at home that talked about it. Frank Thomas would have played for the USA and all this stuff. Oh my God, it would have been awesome. Oh. But now they do it every couple of years.
Mike Piazza behind the dish.
Would have been great.
Oh,
Roger Clemens on the
Kurt
hill.
Schilling, Roger Clemens.
Yep.
Kurt Schilling, Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson.
All of it. It would have been awesome.
Andy Pettit.
The World Baseball Classic's coming up this year. Mark DeRosa, who you see if you watch.
I'm pretty sure all the guys that we just named were roidheads besides Frank Thomas, though, and Cal Ripken.
Johnson wasn't. Randy Johnson, though.
The big unit, yeah.
Yeah, nah. Now he's taking pictures. He's a photographer.
For the NFL.
Yeah, for everywhere. He's all over the place doing stuff. But the World Baseball Classics are going to take place in March, and that's awesome. It's so much fun. People say, oh, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch regular baseball. No, you want to watch that.
Yes.
When Puerto Rico is trying to figure out who do we play at shortstop? Baez, where's Lindor play? We got Correa. It's like, come on, you got to watch this thing. And the American team, the USA team is going to be fun to watch. Mark DeRosa is the manager of that team. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait for baseball. Now we get to the Sox and Cubs. Now, as a Sox fan, I'm a little excited. As a Cub fan, I would think, I've not even asked him today, I would think Mike's really excited with Bellinger, Jamison Taillon, Brad Boxberger, and oh, by the way, Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, but that's still, how do I put this? Okay, so the Cubs made some moves. We already said Cody Bellinger, Jamison Taillon, Brad Boxberger, Dansby Swanson, Drew Smyly, and there's reports of them going after maybe Mancini, maybe Jerks and Profar, other guys along the system. With what they have currently, Bellinger, Taillon,
Mancini at first, I'd love that. If they
swap off, between him and Mervis, I'd be okay with that.
Sure.
But as of right now, how do I say this? Okay, so like when in 2000,
you lost Contreras to the Cardinals.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
I'm fine. Fine. As long because look at the previous teams. You don't need a big guy that's hitting 280,
right,
270 behind the plate.
Yeah,
Houston Astros just won it 2 of the last 5 years.
Maldonado
and Martin Maldonado back there who can't hit his body weight.
Right.
Okay. But let's be real.
Could you and I hit our body weight?
No,
I don't think I could.
I definitely can. I'd be a Hall of Famer if I hit my body weight. You fucking kidding me?
I might come close, but I don't think so. I keep trying to lose weight. And
I'd be a perennial all-star if I hit my body weight. All right. But legit, though, am I excited? Yes. Some new faces. I like the Bellinger deal. At first, I didn't like it. After I found out the details of the contract, it's a prove-it deal.
Right.
1 year
deal.
1 year. Have him come in here. Hopefully he finds his bearings again. Hopefully he stays healthy. Playing center field. The addition of Swanson makes you really strong up the middle. You move Horner to second base, Swanson at short, Bellinger in center. That's pretty good defensively. Even with Jan Gomes back behind the dish. Makes you pretty strong up the middle. Boxberger, relief arm that you needed. Jameson Tyone, he's honestly probably should be.
Can he give you innings? If he gives you innings,
he will give you innings.
Yeah.
He will eat up innings. He is an innings eater.
Yeah.
He probably should be the number 2. He won't be. He'll probably end up being number 3 behind Stroman, Hendricks, Tyone.
Okay.
But of all the signings that we had, none of them hit like in 2013 when we got John Lester. None of them really show me,
right,
as a Cub fan, we're going for it. I'm still waiting. That the guy needed this year was that guy would have been Correa.
Okay.
That guy would have been Turner. That guy would have been Verlander. You know what I mean? Like, let's go for it now.
Swanson's a guy that can play the position.
Yes.
He can hit the ball.
He also strikes out a fuck ton.
Well, at Wrigley, he could be, he could be a good player too, I think.
He strikes out a ton.
Yeah.
A ton. Now, I'm not taking anything away from him. He plays a solid shortstop.
Yeah.
Hits for a little bit of bop. Walks a little bit. We just got to take those strikeout numbers down a little bit. That's all.
Now,
I'm ready.
Okay. Now for the White Sox. The White Sox get Andrew Benintendi, who I like a lot, but not as the highest paid player to ever play for the White Sox. Okay. And I don't care usually about salaries, but when Andrew Benintendi is the highest paid player the White Sox have ever had, something's wrong.
Ever.
Okay.
Well, it goes 1, 2. 1 and 2. Andrew Benintendi.
Jose Abreu.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, sucks too. And he's still here. There's a lot of reports the White Sox are going after James McCann and trying to bring him back. First of all, he never should have left.
Right.
And second of all, they never should have signed Yasmani Grandal. Okay. The day they signed him, I was upset. I've been upset ever since. It's been a couple of years of being upset. It's not really a good thing. Not a good thing for you when you're upset that long. But James McCann, heck of a catcher. People love throwing to him, stuff like that. They like throwing to Zavala. They really did. Like the pitchers like throwing to him. They bring in Clevenger. They now have Benintendi. Left-handed bat, an outfielder that is an outfielder. Not an Andrew Vaughn, who's a first baseman, or Gavin Sheets, who's a first baseman, or an Eloy Jimenez, who's going to kill himself in the outfield. Okay, so you're going to have Benintendi. You're going to have Luis Robert, and then right field, I don't know. We'll figure out. They keep saying Oscar Colas, this guy that came up to play a little bit of third in AAA. He's a guy that can hit the crap out of the ball. He's a home run hitter. He's going to strike out. We'll see if the Sox are going to go that way. But they still need a second baseman. Don't have one. And all of a sudden, the Cubs are now saying, all Cub fans are now telling me, well, you know what? We've got a shortstop, and Horner's going to play second. If you'd like, you can get Madrigal back.
Yeah, you could have him.
I don't know that I'd be against that, but the Cubs would try to
Nicky 3 strikes and go sit back on the bench.
The Cubs would try to steal you or like rob you on that kind of deal. But baseball's fun. Baseball's always fun. I would have expected both teams to do a little bit more, but as it happened, Dansby Swanson was a big signing for the Cubs, and Benintendi, big signing for the White Sox. See if anything happens before spring trainings and stuff like that. But World Baseball Classic, baseball, we're going to have all kinds of fun.
Well, I did say it 10 days ago, Fred. I don't know if you've seen my Facebook post. I heard some rumors, and Fat Mike does have some juice. Fat Mike does have a little bit of sources.
I did see that.
And I said, Swanson, 6 or 7 year deal from what I was hearing. And sure shit, 7-year deal.
Yeah. Did you know that Swanson's girlfriend
plays for the Red Stars?
Plays for the Red Stars. Mallory
who Sarah Spain owns.
Yes.
Well,
now she got to do something because she stopped doing radio.
Too bad.
So, you know.
But no, for real, though, the thing I have to be, I'm a Cub fan, but I also have to listen to all this extra all year long for me to be able to do this here.
I'm the same way, the other way.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm upset with the White Sox. They should have done more. They should have went out and got a big bat somewhere. They could have went out and got JD Martinez, a righty bat.
He went to the Dodgers.
Okay.
You know.
They could have went and grabbed Justin Turner.
They think they have enough offense.
They don't.
Well, they think they do.
They don't.
In their division, they think they do.
They don't.
Against the Twins and the Indians and stuff like that.
We've seen this now. Now you lose Johnny Cueto. You let him walk, who was your second best pitcher all year long.
I agree. I would have loved to have Johnny Cueto instead of Clevenger.
You go out and get Clevenger, who was banged up, who didn't get a fair shake down in San Diego because he was unhealthy and because the San Diego Padres just kept on piling on pitching. So, okay, you didn't get a fair shake. Has now, 2 Tommy Johns, Clevenger?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so now he's coming back, hopefully on a prove-it type of roster spot for the Sox.
1 year, $12 million.
Yeah. So it's, but you probably could have got Cueto for 1 year, $8 million.
I know. You probably could have.
1 year, $8 million for Cueto and built up your bullpen some more.
Yep.
Which has been something that you've been bitching about, what every White Sox fan has been bitching about.
They're going to get Crochet back this year. Okay, after he went for Tommy John. Now, I'm not sure if he'll be ready at the start of the season. We'll see about Crochet. That's enough baseball talk. We're going to hear from our other sponsors. We come back. World Cup is over. Argentina won. We'll talk about that. Fat Mike, Fred Huebner, Huebs Views and Brews on 1252.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Darren, licensed real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Homer Glen. Are you looking to buy or sell? Have you been disappointed in the past? The Jonathan Darren team with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group focuses on providing you with a concierge level of service during the process of buying or selling. We are a service-oriented team with a fresh and professional approach to selling real estate. Our goal is to combine knowledge, skills, and passion to exceed our clients' expectations, and most of all, we truly care. We are a knowledgeable real estate team focused on offering expertise and innovative solutions for our clients. The Jonathan Darren team has 5 full-service real estate brokers and a dedicated full-time marketer servicing all of Chicagoland. We will customize a detailed plan around your timeline for a sale, purchase, investment, estate, or other needs. Real estate transactions can be stressful, but don't need to be. Let us handle it for you. Visit our website, homesbyjdt.com, or call 708-308-1938 today. Expect better in real estate. Choose the Jonathan Darren team.
Hi, this is Kathy O'Connell at Coach's Corner, located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Our phone number is 708-364-1026. We are Orland Park's #1 sports bar. Come in for our wonderful beer menu and seltzers with a fully stocked bar. Watch a game, drink a beer, and try something off our amazing menu. We have everything to choose from: nachos, potato skins, and our house-made bar chips to start off with. Then try our tacos, burgers, and one of our delicious sandwiches. And don't leave without trying our famous jumbo wings. They do not disappoint. Coach's Corner. It will sure to become your local bar. Again, we are located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Come see us today.
Megaplex Sports Complex is a 78,000 square foot center filled with hardwood and turf. They have baseball rentals with batting cages, softball, soccer, lacrosse, gymnastics, cheerleading, cornhole, basketball, volleyball, and pickleball. It also features a bar and grill with the best pizza and beef sandwiches around. They cater to events such as birthdays, graduations, corporate parties, as well as memorabilia shows. Check them out at Megaplex Sports Complex, 15301 South Bell Road in Homer Glen, 708-966-4210. Oh, we got some World Cup soccer to talk about. That's right, World Cup soccer, and it happens every 4 years. Welcome back. Fat Mike, Fred Huebner, Huebs Views and Brews. Don't forget, tomorrow we get the hockey show with Matt Bannon, also Andrew Faubert. And Wednesday, Fat Mike's got his show.
Back.
That's right. He's back. He's
back.
got a voice, and that's a good thing. And also, we got Harry and Peter Blake and all those guys They break it down for you, the overs and unders, on Sunday morning before you make your bets. I got to watch him a little bit more. I watched him a little bit last Sunday. I didn't take his advice all the time, and because of that, I was not a winner.
He keeps on saying that he's going to try it. He wants to have you on.
I know. Well, this week, this Sunday is Christmas.
And I told him, I was like, Fred's a complex man.
Yeah, this Sunday is Christmas. Is that gonna? I almost went on last week because it was a little bit early, but I said I got stuff to do. But check it out. It's a great show. He knows his stuff. He'll El Paso a lot of bets where he means just lay off them, pass on them. But the World Cup, the championship game, the World Cup final, and I'm tired of people saying, you watch the World Cup once every 4 years, you go, you can't decide a championship with penalty kicks. If they don't score in 120 minutes to set a winner, you got to play penalty kicks. You can't do anything else, okay?
Right.
It's good stuff, huh?
It smells good.
Yeah. You got to go to penalty kicks. And as soon as they went to penalty kicks, I knew that Argentina was going to win because the France goalkeeper, Lloris, not that good at penalty kicks. And the goalkeeper for Argentina is very, very good at penalty kicks. Martinez, he also made a save late in the second extra time period, which, like right at the end of it, which could have given France a victory 4-3. Instead, they go to penalty kicks. You're a guy that hasn't really watched World Cup soccer.
It was awesome.
But you did this year.
I did. I love it.
And your thoughts? What are your thoughts on World Cup soccer?
Not only that, but okay, so I don't know. I just recently started a new job.
Uh-huh.
And I work with a couple foreigners, guys that are straight up Polish.
Yeah.
But they love soccer.
Sure.
So even at work, this all last week, any game that was on, we're sitting there watching, the entire place shut down.
Yeah.
Nobody was working doing
anything. It's great.
We're just all watching the television there, watching World Cup.
Yep.
And it was fantastic. But my first World Cup experience has been absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
The games were tight. A lot of things I learned. I finally learned what offsides is.
Yeah.
Which is
it's not easy.
I learned that Messi, guy's really good with his feet.
He's not bad with his feet. Yeah.
He's really good with his feet.
I'm not going to the place where he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. He is very, very good. He finally won a World Cup. They had an opportunity against Germany a couple of years ago. Germany beat them 1-0 in the championship game. But I'm not giving him the greatest player of all time. I don't know that you can have a greatest player of all time. Pele was the guy that everybody knows. He's still around.
Right.
But I'm not giving him the greatest player.
What about
of all
Donovan?
time.
Who's better? Him or Donovan?
Landon Donovan? Oh my God. Yeah, it's definitely
Messi.
Definitely. Yeah, oh yeah.
What about
Messi's very, very good. He's great. Like you said, he's great with his feet. He had some great passes. He can control the ball. He's like 5'7".
Who's better, him or
He's
Ronaldo?
like a freaking midget. Ronaldo scores more, in my opinion.
Okay.
Now, people out there might say, well, numbers wise, Messi scores a lot. I think Ronaldo is the guy that scores. Messi does more of the small things. Messi in the championship game, Messi was coming back to midfield. He was helping get the ball. He was doing a lot of things. He played very, very well. I thought that was great. But I have a hard time calling someone the greatest of all time. There's no way Tom Brady is. I'm sorry, I'm a Montana fan.
What about Beckham?
No. Beckham, nobody bent the ball like Beckham.
Beckham's the best?
Bend it like Beckham. He was really good from free kicks.
Did he win a World Cup?
No. I know. That's the thing. Messi finally won one. He finally won a World Cup.
Marino was great. Is he as good as Brad Johnson or Trent Dilfer?
Yeah. We're all better than Trent Dilfer. and not only a quarterback and an announcer. But yeah, so the World Cup's over. It comes back in 4 years. In 4 years, it's going to be in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. They put
Missouri.
St. Louis, I think. Well, St. Louis, I don't think has one. I think
Kansas City.
Kansas City, right. Kansas City's got the closest. Ohio's also got Rahm Emanuel decided not to offer Chicago as a place for the World Cup. So there's no World Cup soccer.
You want to fix it, Lori Lightfoot? You want to continue to be mayor?
Yeah.
Get FIFA here.
It's too long. They've already got all the games set. All the stuff is set. So in 2026, World Cup will be Canada, Mexico, the U.S., and it'll be fun. Cannot wait for that again.
I'm taking Poland.
Poland's good. but they will not probably have Robert Lewandowski, who you talk to your Polish coworkers, they'll tell you Robert Lewandowski is their guy.
Who was the guy on France though who got the goals this last week for France?
Mbappe.
Yeah, I like that guy's name.
He's 4 years ago when France won, he was 19. Now he's 23. 4 years later, I can do the math.
Yeah,
and he scored a hat trick, and they lose. He scored a hat trick. He scored a couple from the penalty spot. Also scored an awesome goal where he's timed it perfectly. It was a great game, and it looked like for a while there 2-0. All of a sudden, the 80th minute, and
I got up and
France scores twice.
Yeah, I got up and I was like, I literally got up, came back to my seats, and I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah.
There?
Well, they tell you in
They
soccer.
scored 2 goals in what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, in soccer, and probably in hockey the same way.
Yes.
In soccer and hockey, 2-0 lead is the toughest lead to have because if the other team scores, they've got the momentum. They're coming on, and that's what happened. All of a sudden, France scores 2 goals. It's tied at 2. They go to extra time. They both score in extra time, make it 3-3. Great stop by Martinez at the end of extra time. They go to penalty kicks. And again, Martinez much better than Hugo Lloris in penalty kicks, so he knew what was going to happen. It was a shame. The reason I didn't like Argentina is they act like a bunch of assholes. Okay, can I say that on the podcast? I think I can. They act like a bunch of assholes, a bunch of jerks. It was so stupid. They're arrogant. They're. I'm not saying France isn't arrogant as a country.
Oui.
Yeah, we one of me. I had 3 years of French. I can say a few things. But anyway, yeah. So the World Cup's over. Argentina wins. Messi. Everybody talks about Messi now being the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Not going there. He's 5'7". He's a little guy.
Pretty awesome. Guy
not
can
giving
score.
it to him. Yeah, he can score.
Guy can score.
Some other things, real quick.
Kind of reminds me in high school.
Yeah. Best player, the Golden Ball Award goes to Messi. Golden Boot, top scorer, Kylian Mbappe. He had 8 goals, 2 assists. Golden Glove was Emiliano Martinez, the goalie for Argentina. Brazil has 5 titles. Germany and Italy with 4. Argentina now with 3. The last time they won was 86.
Damn.
They won in 78, 86, and 22. But June 8th to July 3rd, 2026. Mark your calendars now. That's when the next World Cup takes place. There'll be a lot of soccer before that.
We'll be doing it again.
Oh, sure. We'll be talking about
Well,
that.
you got beer talk.
I do.
And I got to pee.
And you got to pee. So we'll do that. I got beer talk. You'll be back before it's over. So anyway, one of our main sponsors is Nick and Ivy Brewing right here in beautiful downtown Lockport. Paul Ivnick, they do a great job. I stopped over there and I saw David. David's the one of the bartenders over at Nick and Ivy. I don't know, they call them bartenders. They call them whatever they call them over there because they have a thing. 1853 is my girlfriend Linda's favorite beer. It is a vanilla cream ale. And every year during the holidays, they spin them around a little bit, okay? They've got 4 different flavors of this 1853. $20 for a 4-pack, okay? So that's $5 a beer. You can't beat that, $5 a beer, okay? They have a red velvet. They have a birthday cake. They have a maple praline, which is on tap right now at Nick and Ivy. And they also have a pumpkin. Obviously, pumpkin, time of the year. Great stuff. The 1853 is one of it's Linda's favorite beer, my girlfriend Linda's favorite beer. And I don't know, Linda, do I go girlfriend, partner, life partner? I don't know. We'll figure it all out. But anyway, Linda's favorite beer. So check it out. Nick and Ivy's got it. Today was the first day. Monday was the first day. They had the 4-packs. $20. You can't beat it. $5 a beer. Skeleton Key. I stopped there the other day. Saw Paul Slayton. Funky Town Brewing. Great guys. We had them on the show last year. Also, Orange and Brew. My guy Eric Schmidt. We've had him on a couple times. They combined for a Kolsch style beer, and I had it at Skeleton Key Brewing on Friday. It was great. Sat and talked with Paul, talked with Eric, enjoyed a couple of the Kolsch style beers. Really good. Kolsch style. You have to say Kolsch style because you can only make Kolsch beer in Cologne, Germany. It's a thing. That's the only place. Everything else has to be Kolsch style. Okay. But they do a great job. They made a great beer, and check it out. They have it tomorrow on Tuesday at Orange and Brew, and they'll have it at Skeleton Key. You can check it out. Great, great beer. There's also a beer called Trillium. And I was driving down the street the other day. I saw a street. I said, Trillium? Hey, that's a brewery. There's a brewery in Boston called Trillium, and they're bringing their beers finally to the Chicago area. And they're all over the place. Crafted 1975 or 1979 has them. But the open bottle in beautiful Lockport, right over here on 159th, has them. Patrick Bish, the guys over here at the open bottle, which we have Patrick on the show also. And they've got them Wednesday at noon. I want to say noon. Check it out. Trillium Beers. I'm not sure if they're going to have them on tap, but they'll have them in the store. And it's great to have some beers from other areas. See how Boston beers compare to Chicago beers in the craft beer market. So that's a little bit of the beer stuff that we have. I'd love a gift card for Orange and Brew or Open Bottle or Skeleton Key or Black Horizon or any of those. But, oh, by the way, Alter Brewing opened a big place now in Oak Brook, right near Ditka's in Oak Brook, right on Spring Road and 22nd Street. Yeah, right there. 22nd Butterfield, especially Butterfield, I think. Butterfield and 83, Butterfield and Spring Road. Check it out. Alter Brewing, brand new place. So third place. The first one was in Downers Grove. Love their beer. So check it out. Brand new place in Oak Brook, and cannot wait to get back out there and check it out. Alter Brewing, some great beer. You can find all their stuff also at any of your local bottle stores, tap rooms, all that kind of stuff. So Mike is back. He peed. Everything's good. We're all set. Mike's got a show on Wednesday. We got the hockey show on Tuesday. We got Harry, Peter Blake, all those guys on Sunday, Christmas Day. Everybody have a great holiday, and we'll be back on Monday talking Bears and Bills.
Yeah, Bears, Bills.
That's scary.
It's a rough one.
Who's going to cover Stephon Diggs? I guess Jalen Johnson. They'll try. They'll try.
Stephon Diggs, Barrett. He's had a couple bad showings the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but he's given shoes to young kids in the stands.
Well, he better start scoring some points.
Well, you got him too, huh? I got him too. So until next week, thanks a lot for joining Huebs Views and Brews. Don't forget, we got a couple of live shows coming up. We're going to be at the Stagecoach on January 1st. That's right, New Year's Day. Come on out. You party on New Year's Eve. Come on out and see us at the Stagecoach. We'll get you some great food at Stagecoach right over here in downtown Lockport. And then on January 8th, Bears' final game of the year, they play the Vikings. Vikings will have everything locked up. See if the Bears can get a win. Mike won't want it because he wants a higher draft pick.
Yep.
So that'll be at our guy, the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill at 159 over at 159th Street in Tinley Park. So until then, enjoy. Check out Mike on Wednesday, the hockey show tomorrow. Have a great night, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.